And that one, you don't know he's an agent of the fool. The ones that created SARS, didn't they? The SARS fall from heaven. The SARS, Father, hey, we the leaders of Nigeria. Okay, so you're one of those that created SARS to be collecting our phones. A criminal, a gang, gave them police uniform to make our lives miserable. And you're a leader. We Nigerian leaders, what have you done? He's talking garbage, talking nonsense, and people are listening. People are listening. Let me tell you one thing that the Fulani always get wrong. They think that all of you are fools. The Fulani Janjaweed, they think you people are fools. That's why, after killing children, after murdering and slaughtering their own children, this is happening. Some Nigerians mistook our disbandment of SARS as weakness. This is how you are talking to people you claim voted for you. Very, very sad indeed. Very, very sad indeed. They quoted from the speech took as weakness the swift response of his regime to disband the special anti-robbery squad of the Nigeria Police Force. Buhari made this known that it was not live. But he had to lie in order to get some money. You know, black people. He has to lie. A journalist is saying it is live. And this is the country you want to belong to? A country of liars and people who specialize in peddling lies. And they have absolutely nothing. Nnamdi went and was talking about what happened in Lagos. He never mentioned what people were undergoing in Kano State. Never. He wants to become vice president. Everybody, as somebody told me once, has an agenda. And they call themselves intellectuals. They think that by calling out IPOB, that somehow the whole protest will die down. They are saying where the end SARS protest is going, that it might unseat their masters, the politician. Somebody wrote, that's all Hagi wrote. It might, some people are planning all of that. People don't actually know that there is a church of Satan. Do you know that? And instead of worshiping God or following Christ, as the case may be, or following Prophet Muhammad, they worship Baphomet. Go and Google it. Baphomet. Go and Google it. So no matter what you do in life, people will always turn the other way. You see how this world is. People felt, oh, God, only God is getting the praise. Why don't I want? I just want to be different. Let me go and be worshiping Lucifer through Baphomet. For no reason. That is how it is in the zoo. In the zoological republic. People become horrible for no reason. Just for no reason. That's just the way they are. These people, these old fools have been deceiving everybody for very many years. Build bridges they cannot build. Build roads they cannot build. Build schools they cannot build. Give us hospitals for where? Give us light. Pora. Then what is, why do you exist as an elder or an elite? What is your job? That too, they cannot answer. A country where the journalists are liars. Some of them are true. Some are actually done very well in this series. But now the money has come out and they are sharing it. Punch have received their own. Sahara reporters too have gotten their own share of the money. That is how they are. People always campaign for the so-called change with an agenda. Everybody wants to know what they can get out of it. Some people are protesting, thinking they will call us in Asaroko and we'll negotiate, and I'll become rich. And I go and buy a house in Dubai. I'll travel to London. Now listen. Before I said the broadcast was not live. Does anyone disagree with me? And their clique, the way they form their groups, what they do, how they go about it. They have their people everywhere. They call you on the phone to pressure you, to go through their line. You think they are sounding sensible. You think they are being very reasonable. But they are working for their masters. After going through Punch, Sahara reporters said Abuja protesters halt action to re-strategize. Business owners resume operations, to give you a sense that normalcy has been restored in Abuja, which is a lie. Do you see the way they operate? Very subtly, and for the next few days, that will be the narrative that things are coming back to normal. And I'm asking them, who are the protesters you spoke to or you interviewed? The ones fighting the thugs that the politicians seem to kill them in Abu. Where did you speak to the protesters? They are doing all of these things to condition your mind so you can step down. And if you're a fool, you will listen to them. But we are IPOB. That's why they are worried that IPOB joined or is supporting Nigerian youths. That is their worry. They know that the much needed backbone is now there. That people are no longer going to fall back very easily. That will encourage our brave young people to continue what they are doing. That is what they do not like. That is what they despise. And that is what they are bitching about. Not tribe or anything of that sort. Katrina Lang sent a message to London saying, nobody was killed. A woman for that. I'm not sure that woman has a child. I'm not sure, honestly speaking. Because it's evil. They're playing you again. They have spoken 10 minutes of edited video. And some of you are saying the president spoke. And I wonder the type of school he went to. 10 minutes. And you said his president has now spoken. And I wonder the type of school that some of you actually went to. I'm telling you the truth. Declare state of emergency on security now, according to PDP, because their investments are all under threat. From PDP to APC, APC to PDP, PDP to every year, all of you are there. Just merry-go-round. And they're sharing the money. No light, nothing is working, and they're sharing the money, telling you rubbish about one Nigeria. But I'm very glad that you have all woken up. PDP declare, instead of saying meet the demands of the youths, they are saying declare state of emergency because their money is threatened. Though that looting they've been doing is threatened, so declare now state of emergency. If you stop protesting, you will die. If you keep protesting, our lives will be sustained and we shall win. Do you understand it? If you go back home, do you think that your life will improve? All of a sudden you will get a job? Is that what you think? That is why tomorrow we must all pour out on the streets and continue what is a revolution. It is a revolution. You cannot stop. And let me tell you something tonight. People who are not organized must begin to organize themselves tonight. The problem is the army. You must take them down. They are the problem. And there are strategies in war we can deploy. From tomorrow, if the shooting and the killing continues, everybody must adopt a guerrilla tactics. Put yourselves together in groups of 5 and hit them very hard. That is the only language they understand. These people do not love you. Forget all the nonsense. Oh, we are Nigerians. We need to move this country forward. We need to come together. Rubbish and absolute rubbish. They don't mean it. They are not sincere. These people are not honest people. All of them put together. They lie and they deceive. If you complain too much, they give you some money and you shut up and you start writing rubbish. in your newspaper because you want money. Just the cash money. They can't go back. Imagine how the lies they told about us was flying all over the place. They didn't know they were doing us a favor. Will lift Kenya. If you kick a toad, it's a lift because the toad will jump anyway. That is who they are. They don't love you. Nigeria wants you dead. They only want their children and their servants to survive. That is the way they are. That is the Janjaweed way of doing things. That is the Fulani feudal way of doing things. They are not talking about the needs of the people. How do we assuage our inflamed youths? No, they won't do it all. Never. To tell you that we had a trader money, we invested 4 million. We have money for 14,000 youths, and we invested 4.8 million. Rubbish, absolute rubbish. For 10 minutes. This is the Fulani in Asorok. The country that you claim you're presiding over has been burning for weeks. And only 10 minutes. He never went to the scene of the... You look at every other head of state in the world. Once such atrocity happens, to show empathy and concern, he should have flown, or they should have flown whoever to go to the lady and see what happened. That's what I was supposed to mix with the people. Or yeah, do it for that matter. But this idiot is there. No, there's nobody there. It's just the mask we are. And tonight, they say, oh, you've done very well to come. Yes. Aisha is his compensation. Yusuf Abubakar Muhammad. And all of you are there as fools. As fools just looking. That thing you are doing on the street is your passport to freedom. It is your passport to freedom. Of course, in every revolution, they are bound to the collateral damage, of course. But those people will be adequately compensated when the time comes, when victory is won. So we must remain very resolute and determined. This evening, I have a line. We now have 2 lines, please. And listen to me very, very carefully, I beg of you. And another line for those calling from Nigeria and Biafra land, please. 2 WhatsApp lines. One is for the diaspora, and the other one is for people who are in Biafra land and also in the... One is Biafra land and Nigeria, and the other one is diaspora, please. +49, please write it down and pin it if you can. 162 78 662 78 1190. That is that line. Now, we are going to go over to the other line that I want us to use. This. You understand it? This is now the line that people from Nigeria, the great zoological republic, this is the number they are going to call, please. This is the number for those who are in Nigeria and Biafra land, +44 79 51 27 8705. I repeat, for those in Nigeria and Biafra land, +44 79 51 27 8705. I will endeavor to take a call. This people from abroad are already calling. Oh dear me. The caller on the line, can you hear me? Let us try again. Let us try again. Continue. Allow. Now, the caller on the line, can you hear me? The caller on the line, can you hear me? The caller on the line, can you hear me, please? No, they cannot hear me. Oh, even the line is jammed. And not your name, but tell us where you're calling from.
States in Zoological Republic.
Where in Benue State are you? Oh, they are gone. They are gone. He said Zoological Republic. And they cut him off. The caller on the line, can you hear me? Can you hear me for the last time? Can you hear me? They cannot hear me. I'll take another one. The caller on the line, can you hear me?
Hello?
Yes, please. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Abasa.
From Ababa, what is happening there now?
Yesterday,
Not yesterday. I want to know what happened today. Not yesterday. The caller on the line, can you hear me?
Good evening, sir.
Yes, please. Good evening. Your name and where you are, please.
Good evening.
Evening to you. Your first name and where you are.
Mazi, my name is Nnamdi and I'm calling from Abuja. Mazi, for some days now, there's no protest.
No protest in all because people are fighting the terrorist descent. Is that correct? Can you hear me? What is happening this evening? What is happening? I want people to confirm, please, if there was any protest in Abuja today, please, I beg of you. The caller on the line, can you hear me? What is going on this evening? The caller on the line, can you hear me?
Yes, good evening, Mazi. This is Anthony calling from Nnamdi.
Mbise, what is happening in Mbise right now? What is going on?
Yes, Mbise has come out fully. All the police stations will be gone down.
Hey, Chineke no nebere. That is what I want to hear. All the police stations in Mbise down. Hey, Chineke no kusumina nkendaya. Amazing stuff. That is the sort of stuff I want to hear. Not nonsense. Telling me who said what is going on. Are we not? What is happening? Can you hear me? The caller on the line, can you hear me? No, they are waiting. I can't understand it. They said, I hope everything is okay. I hope that all our transmission is fine because I cannot understand what is going on. I need confirmation. I beg of you. I have a caller on the line. This caller, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Mazi, good evening.
Good evening. Where are you calling from and your name?
My name is CJ. I'm calling from Jakarta, Indonesia.
Jakarta in Indonesia. The world is listening. Please go ahead.
Mazi, I want to thank you first, and it's obvious that everything you have been saying since is clear, and everybody have understood that we don't have a president in that Asoro. At least God has proven it to every Nigerian wherever you are. And I want to suggest something, because there is what I learned from what you said 2 days ago when somebody called and mentioned they are against biking, and you cancel it immediately. And what I'm saying is, my suggestion and advice to them is, Nigeria, they should forget about individual properties and go for these politicians. Whatever they know, even Ekweremadu in Enugu, they should go to his house. Chimaroke in Naman, all these top politicians, they should go to their house, all these politicians. Or when they hold them down, pin them down in the room, I think they will say the truth about president. Thank you so much, Mazi, and God bless you.
God bless you too. Thank you very much. I am actually surprised and shocked. That is the thing about black people. Anyway, I don't blame them. The thing is that what they have done, and done very, very cleverly, which is what these criminals always do, is to try to intimidate you into submission. Once they intimidate you, you capitulate and you give in, and they have won. And I want people to also understand another fact. Do you see how resilient we are? You think it's easy? Do you see that IPOB can sustain a protest for weeks upon weeks upon weeks? The killings, intimidation, we are still protesting. Instead of, are you telling me they can intimidate you to stop? Unbelievable. And you want, if you may. On the line, you can't hear me? I'll go to another person. The caller on the line, can you hear me? Lower your system, please. Take your system down.
We are doing a wonderful job. But I must say this because you have once said it, I think you said it this morning. They should give people's property. Please, we must caution them. Must be our own property. Banks, which I know that you said something about that during your program, they should please leave those side. It's very, very important. You understand? And they should mostly know nature. I got a call correcting some things from police and all those things. They are now using it at the street against people, correcting keke, phones and all that. No, that is not what we want.
It's going to stop. From tomorrow, all that nonsense, all that idiocy will stop. All that nonsense is going to stop. So politicians anyway. It's not people.
A lot of people are complaining about that. Even in Enugu, the bomb bank, I think in Gariki and some places. That's not what we want. Because one, a lot of people are looking at us to see what we are doing, maybe thinking that we are the ones, maybe telling them to do what they're doing. Why we are not doing this? Even you say it with your mouth. They should not go to police. They should not even attack anybody once they didn't attack them. Unless police attack them first before they attack them also, which is what we are doing. I'll focus on what we are doing. Thank you, sir.
You spoke very well, and I like that. I don't like it. They don't understand. You are damaging your future. You go to the police, you disarm them, and then you're using that very gun to rob other people. You are putting yourself in danger. As you're doing it, your entire future is gone. If this revolution is defeated, you have no future. You have no future. Please. The caller on the line, can you hear me? My goodness, the calls are so much that everywhere is jammed, to be honest with you. Absolutely jammed. The line for even the app has stopped working. Unbelievable. Dear me. The caller on the line, can you hear me? They're not following. The caller on the line, can you please hear me?
Yes, Mazi, good evening.
Good evening to you. Please, your name and where you're calling from.
Yes, my name is Ugochukwu. I am calling from Canada.
From Canada. Please go ahead. We are listening.
Yes, Mazi, I just want to first thank you for all the things you have been doing. And I want to quickly put a word of encouragement to the Nigerian youth in Lagos that they should not relent. No matter the tribal division that the Jagabans and the Fulani are trying to break, that they should not relent. They are doing a good job. And also, I want you to issue an order that any Fulani that attack private businesses in Lagos should be brought down. Thank you, Mazi.
Thank you very much. We have told them from tomorrow all that is going to change. If you attack any private business from tomorrow, you're a goner. And some of the people who are idiots, fools, stealing and looting, when others are busy carrying out a revolution. And they shoot you and you die. Fools. Anyway, some of you will not fail to disappoint. Very sad indeed. The caller on the line, can you hear me? I have a caller on the line. This caller, can you hear me?
I'm calling from the local government area of Lagos, Enugu State.
What is happening? What is happening? Why are people looting and destroying?
mistake through my introduction. I'm right now in New Delhi. I want to make a little contribution.
Go ahead.
Sir, I thank you so much. The revolution is that they should not let any tribalism or whatever or religion to bring them down in this what our evil politicians have been holding for so long. And I also want to make some advice regarding those of so-called Igwes. Bring them down. And again, I want to advise our youth that is there protesting. Go against any individual party. We know our problem. Our problem is our politicians. Our politicians, that is the problem we are having. We don't have any problem with any civilians. What belongs to us is the politicians, not the civilians. Please, you have to advise them to stay away from any civilians' property. They will focus on our politicians, evil politicians, and those so-called organizations that deal with keeping you, being with you, and giving you a good head.
He said, thank you very much. I don't like people looting. That is criminality. It's not good. You will make our revolution to fail. I knew that those in it is symptomatic what Nigeria is all about. That's what it is. And for that very reason, they should not protest Abuja. It's very, very sad indeed that they cannot come together as one block, strategize and defend themselves. Very, very sad indeed. A Buhari, so to speak. So we must change all of that. It is not good. That is not how you're going to be free. People, this airline here, completely, it is no longer. It's working. Now, let me take this very call. On the line, please. Where are you? And give us updates, please, if you can.
Although they are fluctuating our network here, all the network, they're just fluctuating it. So that is why most of the call coming from the zoo here, they are not what they are doing to us here. We subscribe all our lines. They kept on frustrating our network here so that we cannot get through. That is one. Number two, Lagos state government paid their salary. I heard it from a good authority. They place them on salary and road in Lagos state here. Is why anything that we pay their salary. I heard it from a good authority. They pay them on salary and road in Lagos state here. Is why anything that we it has to be in consonant or in support of the Lagos state government. That one is one. Then an update from Lagos state here. Majorly two events that took place here today. One most and another one. Some persons after the distributed to the people. So they went to the warehouse at Monkey Village. Somewhere I think at the Yaba, and they discovered 600 warehouse where they hit all these politics. This were politics that was meant for people since May this year. So still persons went at different warehouse, the warehouse, and they were cutting it away, and they at Ikeda. Why tomorrow they say the protest continue, whatever debris or whatever is here, he said that one is for himself.
Thank you very much. His name is Yusuf Abubakar Mohammed. That's his name. Ran away from Cuba. Thank you, and a very good update as well. Thank you very, very much. If the line hasn't pressed again, Lord, they call the line. Can you hear me? And where are you calling from? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Ghana.
From Ghana, please go ahead.
I'm calling from Ghana.
We are hearing you. Go ahead.
As I greet you.
Thank you.
As I greet you.
Go ahead. Thank you very much. Say what you want to say. Please go ahead.
We need the support. We need more.
What sort of support do you need?
Please, what we need is support. What we need is support. What we need is
in Ghana. I don't understand that. But you have called the line meant for people in Biafra land and Nigeria. Please call the main line for those of you in diaspora. The calls are just, oh dear. Unbelievable is plenty of calls. On the line, can you hear me?
good evening, sir.
Good evening to you. Your name and where you're calling from?
Mazi, my name is Nnamdi. I'm calling from London here.
Yes, go ahead. Did you go to the protest? Did you go to the protest?
We don't lie. We are under oath. I didn't went there.
Why not?
Something come up, Mazi.
What is that thing that came up that made you not to take a day off work to go and protest in London?
Mazi, it's something a little bit serious, but we don't lie. We are under oath. We say it the way it is.
Of course, yes.
You are very not to be lying, Mazi. I'm very pleased to speak to you tonight, Mazi. There's something I need to tell you. You don't worry yourself about whatever Hanese and people are complaining about, whatever they are writing, whatever garbage they are writing. Don't even think about it. The world knows the truth, and they have seen the truth. So whatever they come up with and saying, Igbos are attacking Yoruba's business. Don't worry. I was told our people, don't think about it. Yoruba elders are not idiots. They are not cowards. But I don't know if you're hearing me.
Yes, loud, of course, loud, and the whole world is hearing you. Go ahead.
Yoruba elders are not cowards. They know what Togo have done to their people. So I don't want our people to exercise in those rubbish they are writing. All I'm concerned is to keep blessing you and give you good health. That is my own prayer every day for you. And I want to make it clear, Mazi.
Yes.
Nobody is hearing my voice.
Yes.
Any day, Nigerian government try anything to touch you. You see what is happening in Nigeria now? It's a child play. We are IPOB. We are all over the whole place. And let them not think, see, Nigerian government, you think that the whole world are not watching what you are doing? You think they are stupid? They are not stupid. They are watching. They know what is going on. Before you even ask, they know. So don't think that their satellite is not watching you. You kill people's children, you lie. You come out and think that you can deceive. Okay, I want to ask the Nigerian government, Jisu himself, you and the Western world, who is going to deceive each other? You think they don't place their satellite on you? You think they are stupid? You think they are daft? They know what is going on in Nigeria. But we are just asking them to do the needful. We are not... playing IPOB to come to us. The ones in America, I will be here and those around the great Nigeria. I mean, come together flat to our people. Keep them on notice now so that we know, let our government know this. If my brother is listening, you should let him know. Send those troops, be shooting our people. We will rise.
The line is not very clear. I have no idea as to why that is the case, but we shall see. The caller on the line, can you hear me? The caller calling with 234, can you hear me?
I can hear you, my name, sir.
Good evening to you. Where are you calling from?
My name is Kelechi. I'm calling from Lagos.
Go ahead, please. We are listening.
Okay, sir. Thank you for your good work. I have a few things to say.
Go ahead.
Number one, I want to say, I don't know how you can be able to manage the protesters, especially here in Lagos and other places. For all used to be, and it's being roaming from one or kill them one, and the other one too. The same thing is happening. If there is a way we can be gathering in one place, you have volunteer or people to come and guide the crowd That is not number one. Another thing I want to say is that I strongly believe that our Yoruba brothers are ready to do this talks. But my question is that what of, because I don't know how they are going to last, because there are a lot of secret dialogue that are going around within Lagos here and consulting some balance and all that to calm the tension of the Yoruba people. I don't know what we have, we the Biafrans, what are we having on ground to make sure that we sustain this pressure, because some of us revolution, many of us will be out of Nigeria for life, and some of us will be picked up in the streets and slaughtered like chicken. So I don't know that I've given to us. Mazi, thank you. That is just what I want to clarify.
Thank you very much for that. We'll have a question and answer tomorrow. Must continue. I said to them before that you must go to one place and stay in one place. After that, you can disperse or people can keep vigil, but you must sustain it. But in the usual zoo style, people are giving up. Wrong strategy. You must gather everywhere. And anybody who has a drone, people who are protesting, you fly your drones up, get somebody to operate it. If you know shops where they are selling drones, please go and talk to them happening around you and relay it live to the whole world. If you've missed this opportunity, all of you are Fulani slaves forever and ever. I'm telling you, slaves forever and ever, you are gone. Britain will be smiling, and then, yeah, of course, that's bye-bye for more light in your life. The caller on the line, can you hear me?
Yes, Mazi, good evening, sir.
Good evening to you. Your name and where you are?
Mazi, my name is Solomon Chenna. I'm calling from Abuja, the zoo capital.
Why did you guys give up? Because the thugs attacked some of you and everybody ran away.
Mazi, our men are always ready to do anything. The thing is that these Fulanis, anywhere we go to protest, they come to attack us. But many people give also, and we don't get information where they are having protests. So even yesterday, our people were attacked by 2 a.m. So we have to regroup and pursue them back. So, and this whole thing now, I'm sure they are coming back. But our people, we are fearless. Forget that we are in the heart of darkness, the zoo capital, but nothing is happening. We are ever ready for anything that will happen. Our problem is that few of us that are in this family, we cannot do it alone. If others we were the one that were guiding these people, each time they come out for a protest.
So yes, I'm listening. So what they're saying in effect is that the so-called Nigerians in Abuja, they are no longer coming out because the government used thugs to take them. So which means the alliance of the corrupt have succeeded in wearing people down in Abuja. But it's not something they can try in Biafra land, but and other parts of the Middle Belt anyway. People must, if they can say no in Abuja, I'm sure there are satellite towns and other areas where people can go and continue to protest. That is what they must do. They must continue to protest. And we must prepare, of course, they can't try that rubbish in Biafra land. We must prepare for this, they're useless thugs anyway, accompanied by the army and the police. They cannot succeed. That is Africa for you, you've heard it. People have been protesting all in the South, it is continuing. We are not going to relent in this. All that nonsense happening in the Janja, we know that's their business. But now Abuja has been taken over by Fulani people forever and ever. We have no representation. And that's it. Life is over. It's over. It is over and over and over, and very sad indeed. I have a caller on the line. This caller, can you hear me? The caller on the line, can you hear me? No, they cannot hear. It keeps saying reconnecting. Reconnecting. They're not doing anything, just saying reconnecting. I don't understand it. And I believe that the lines are just too many people don't want to wait. They keep calling and calling and calling and calling and calling. I do not understand. Some of you, please, if you're going out tomorrow, do not attack banks. Don't attack businesses. We'll be saying it. If you do it, You will derail. You know, we are black people. If you are not disciplined and you come out for a protest, you will help our enemies to defeat the purpose. Target. Do not attack any banks. I beg of you. If the police fire at you, you catch them, you kill them, and you destroy the police station. That is the order given. Anything else you're doing is entirely up to you. But it must be where the environment permits it. I thank you very much, all of you, for having listened this very evening. We are reconvening in the morning for our usual question and answer. I will take your calls tomorrow and answer all your questions. Chukwu Kikabi, I'm willing. Once again, you must keep the faith, you must your future and that of your children. Please, 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 no matter what you do, remain safe. But from me, from here, is good evening.